Hello, I'm here with Dave, KZ9V, and we're out here in the beautiful Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest in north central Wisconsin.
Yep.
So,
the Chippewa Campground.
The Chippewa Campground, if you're looking for a place to stay. Beautiful, beautiful place. Super quiet, low noise floor. Great place to set up for a Parks on the Air activation, as long as you don't need cell connectivity. So,
oh, I have cell connectivity.
You got cell connectivity. I don't.
Did you see the cell tower in Perkinstown?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's not a T-Mobile site, I can tell you that. But that's beside the point, because today we're here to check out a couple things that Radioddity sent me. Their new CW keys. Radioddity's got two keys, the VK5, the manual straight key, and the VK6 auto key. It's a paddle. So I haven't had a chance to play with these yet, and I said, hey, if I'm meeting Dave in the National Forest, this would be a good opportunity to check these things out. So we're gonna do a live unboxing here. Dave's got a lot more CW experience than me, so we're going to get your opinions on what you think about these keys.
All right.
So we'll start out with the VK6, and well packed. Looks like a little instruction sheet. Yep, and some instructions on how to set it.
Oh yeah, adjustments.
This one comes with a cable.
Sure.
Which is nice. And here's
well, yeah, don't lose the wrenches.
Yeah, couple of Allen wrenches for adjustment. Beautiful, well packed, I would say. And I'm going to take this out here and I'm going to hand it to you, and I'll get you your first impressions on this.
Wow.
So
there's no plastic. It looks like the plastic knob is the only plastic on it.
There's no plastic on that, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks like it has a rubber base on it to keep it from sliding around.
Okay.
It feels rather substantial. I don't know, I'd guess about a pound maybe.
I think the specs said about 14 ounces, just under a pound.
Okay.
Aluminum alloy, machined parts.
Yep. Yeah, it's got a kind of a unique spring arrangement. Instead of the spring pushing the lever back into its neutral position, it's pulling it.
Oh, interesting. We'll see if we can get that on the air. So, not bad. We'll set that right there. The Xiegu VK5 CW straight key delivers a classic CW keying experience with a satisfying tactile feel. The key is built from CNC machined aluminum alloy with silver-plated copper contacts and has a sandblasted finish for a premium look and feel. The key is fully adjustable, allowing you to set the resistance and travel to match your personal style and comfort. The elongated base is 7 by 2.4 inches and sits about 2.4 inches high. The key weighs 13.4 ounces and has a rubber base to help resist slipping. Included with the key is the connecting cable and Allen wrenches for adjustment. And then the second key, this is the VK6 auto key. Most people, the difference between straight key and the paddles really is a personal preference, I think. It's but yeah. If you want to do any kind of speed, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, speed is an issue, and the other thing is age.
Age.
You know, when I was 16 years old, I was a straight key whiz.
Yep.
After a while, your wrists would get a little sore, but it was pretty good. But when you're 69 years old, the straight key is a challenge. That'll be a challenge, just making that thing go, because your brain, that hand dexterity just isn't what it was when you were 16.
Your carpal tunnel's going to get in the way.
It does.
So, I'll hand this one off to you also. This is definitely weighty, and I like the industrial look of it.
Yeah, it is. It's heavier than that one.
Yeah, it is a little bit. I believe the spec said about 19 ounces.
And again, the base is like it's like a
rubberized aluminum again. It looks like this one's got a little bit more brass on it.
Huh. Yeah. I don't see the springs. I wonder if it's using magnetism.
Very nice.
Yep.
Also, we got the adjustment wrenches and a cable. So, Radioddity says that both these keys will work with the Xiegu G90, the 6100, the 6200, etc. Really, it's going to work with any transceiver.
Yep.
The 891 has got the 3.5 millimeter plug in it, so we can hook this right up to your 891. Or if you're using a larger rig, you'll probably need a 3.5 to 1/4 adapter. The Xiegu VK6 iambic CW key is a fully adjustable dual paddle designed for fast, precise, and smooth Morse code transmission. The paddle is built from CNC machined aluminum alloy with silver-plated copper contacts. It has a sandblasted finish for enhanced durability, and the custom low-friction shaft delivers smooth, maintenance-free operation. The paddle features a magnetic return mechanism and carbon fiber paddles for silky smooth operation. The paddle is approximately 4.3 by 3.4 inches and sits almost 2 inches high. It weighs a hefty 18.9 ounces and has a 1/8 inch or 3.5 millimeter plug for connection to your transceiver. Connecting cable and Allen wrenches for adjustment are also included in the kit. Let's get these things on the air.
Already. Okay, so that might be a little better. This is it's got a little bit of a rubbery surface to it, and it will keep the key, I think, more stable. So let me try it without holding it down. Yeah, that's pretty good. When I say pretty good, I'm talking about my code skills, not the key. But yeah, it feels good. It's better than the one that I had as a novice, that's for sure. I think mine had a plastic base, and I had it screwed to the table to keep it in place. Because the thing with the key, whether it's a paddle or a straight key, is number one, keeping it steady. Because you're going to put some pressure on it with your hand. Some people more than others. And if the key starts sliding around, you're going to make all kinds of mistakes. So that's why these things typically are heavy, and they have some kind of a surface to hold them in place. Sometimes they'll even have like a magnetic base, so if you put it on a metal surface, it'll stick right to that, right to the top of the radio. That's kind of cool. This is a rubber base, so I think on a normal table it would sit still okay.
It's heavy enough that it shouldn't move around too much.
Yeah, and it's easy to adjust. I adjusted the gap. Some people like a big gap. Some people like it where you just barely touch it and it closes. But this feels all right. Yeah. Now the problem I have with any kind of a straight key is I'm just not steady enough with my hand that at any reasonable speed I make too many mistakes. And it's strictly an age thing, because honestly when I was a kid that's all I used was a straight key. But yeah, I kind of like that. I would get tired physically using a straight key, but that's just me personally. Cool. All right, let's plug in the paddle and give that a shot.
Future Me is going to step in and say a few things about this video. When Dave and I recorded this review a few weeks ago, we had an issue with the VK6 paddle. Namely, the connector on the 3.5 millimeter plug was bad. We diagnosed the problem in the field, and with a multimeter and a few jumpers that Dave had in his field repair kit, we were able to surmise that the ground side of this plug had a bad solder joint. In full transparency, I contacted Radioddity about the issue. They forwarded the message to their technical team to research if this was a one-time thing or a bigger problem. And they sent me a replacement paddle to finish the review. The replacement works great, so hopefully they have this problem resolved. I feel it is important to continue the review as we originally recorded it. We should acknowledge that this is the product as it came out of the box. I also believe it's important that Radioddity have a chance to correct the problem, and they did by sending a replacement. I believe we may have had an early production model of this paddle, as they sent it to me way back in June, and it is now September. Hopefully, moving forward, this defect has been corrected. So we end up with a little problem here. The key, as it came out of the box, is not working properly. There's a bad. We believe there's a bad connection in the in the jack for the key. The cable tests out good because we used it with the straight key. We kind of jerry-rig things with these jumpers here, and just running everything through the multimeter, testing continuity. We've isolated the problem to the defective jack here in the back of the key. But what we're going to do is we're just going to jerry-rig this thing and make it work so we can demonstrate the functionality of the key, and then we'll figure out the we'll figure out the bad plug later.
You got to reverse these for my preference. Actually, I got to adjust the gap on here is what I got to do first. The gap's too big. I like a real small gap, so that as soon as my thumb touches that lever,
Yep.
Some people get real physical with their keys, and I find that if I set mine that way, then I wind up with double characters because it doesn't release quickly enough. One thing, these adjustment screws for the gap, they turn hard, which I think is a good thing, because when you're using the paddle, sometimes if they're not locked, they'll wander. Like the gap will change as you use the key, and you don't want that to happen. These locking nuts on here prevent that, but the fact that the screw turns hard, I think helps. There we go. Alright, now I'm only using one hand. I'm just relying on the weight of the paddle itself to keep it stable. And again, we're sitting on a picnic table, and I've got this rubber mat on here, so everybody's desk or shack arrangement will be a little different. But the important thing is that the key doesn't move. You don't want, when I start sanding, I don't want the key to slide and then my hand has to go with it. So this is good. You know, if you can go to an extreme, you make the key 5 pounds, and you know, and then it's in the way, or it's cumbersome. So you got to find the perfect weight and the base structure to keep it stable. I like that. Yeah. Now you saw it wiggled a little bit. Yeah, it moved again. I don't know. I'm probably not using the best surface here, but it's heavier. It's not as heavy as the Vibraplex that I've got sitting over here to my left, but it's heavier than the homebrew key, and the 3D printed key that I use on my Parks on the Air activations. So, and if you're in a mobile situation or a portable like at a park here, typically you'd reach over with your other hand just to help hold it steady. But yeah, that's me.
All right. Well,
We can make a contact with that.
yeah, I think because we're jury rigging things, we'll probably skip making a contact. But we know it works because you got good side tone out of it, yeah. And you're able to feel and experience the keys a little bit, which I think is the important part.
Right.
It's definitely they're very nice looking. I like I said, I kind of like that, especially with the paddle, that industrial curved, sort of industrial arts kind of look to it.
Yeah, it's smooth, and it's all metal.
All metal, and the paddles are carbon fiber, it looks like.
Yeah, and they feel good. Sometimes the surface on the paddles themselves can be a little sticky or tacky or whatever, and you don't want that either. So
yeah,
I'm good with the surface on those paddles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I think what we'll do is I'll probably take this home, figure out where the connection issue is, and we'll get that repaired, and maybe we'll give those away at our ham radio campout or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So, yeah,
I hope I win one of those. Yeah, because to get at the wiring, it looks like this.
We're gonna have to peel the rubber off.
The rubber's gonna have.
So that's the Xiegu VK6 paddle and the Xiegu VK5 straight key. Those are available from Radioddity.com. If you check down in the video description, there'll be a discount code for these products. You can check that out.
And when you're shopping for a key, the price range is all over the place. Yeah, and these are coming in at about $80 for the paddle, and I think it's about $60 for the straight keys. So yeah, I would say as far as value goes, that's a good price. That's a really good price.
Low to middle.
Yeah. Because I've seen 3D printed plastic keys that were over $50.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the good.
Yeah. So. All right. Well,
got a spider.
Good. Well, that's a good deal. Well, thanks a lot, Dave, for checking the keys out and giving me your opinion. I knew that if I asked somebody a little bit experienced with them, we'd get sort of a little better report than just me playing with them. But I'll get these on the air. We'll get it. Like I said, we'll get them on the air because we got to test that one. We got to get it working.
I've heard that promise so many times.
All right. Questions, comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching. I'm Michael, KB9VBR with
KZ9V.
Dave, and thanks for joining me today. Hey, you have a great day. 7-3.